Yeah, here's what we're going to do. Vertical position's deep. Convoy size is going to be small. Enemy distance is going to be... I want the enemy to be close. Deep water. We're doing some deep water testing first. Civilian traffic is going to be none. We just want the convoy. Daytime, good weather. The distance to enemy. So we do want to do recordings today on the enemy. So I think I'm going to have that be close. So the objective of the first one is to identify and classify the warship. There's going to be 1, possibly 3 warships. We're going to get a good visual identification on them. And then we're going to perform a maneuver that will give us really good sonar data on the contacts. And we're going to make a tonal list of the primary tonals, maybe just like 3. Don't need all of them. But 3, one of which must be a class identifier. And since we're just starting out, we don't know what is a class identifier and what is not. So this first ACINT sweep that we do will probably be more thorough, because once we find out what frequencies are common, which don't help us at all, and which ones are not common, which are the ones we want, I can be more judicious on what we spend time getting. But we're going to do one mission immediately, right now. And we're going to start building our own recognition guide. We're going to have the Jive Turkey recognition guide. It starts right here. I bet you I get mine done before the developers get theirs done. That's the goal. Let's do that. What's our depth? All right, fine. Let's start by getting to where we need to be. Let's go to, say, 5, 4 feet. Head 2/3. We're going to do that. Hey, how's it going, Perpetual? Great to see everybody. Selvik is here. Wow. Selvik, thanks for resubbing again. Yeah, yeah. Good morning from Australia. Yeah, good morning. You didn't expect to see me again, did you? The meeting with the devs today was great. They did a meeting. It's on our YouTube page now. It's the last 1 hour of that 3-hour video is the devs. And it's really good. So I'm going to put to test some of the things that they were talking about, because I agreed with pretty much everything they said except one thing. There's one thing that we're completely different on. Wait a second. What are the presets? Oh my God. Huh. Ah, yeah. What do you think of that? It's kind of nice, right? A little bit of mood lighting. Oh, it's been 1 day since our last war crime. Good job, crew. Well done. That's what we like to see. All right, let's set up sonar while we're coming up. So I always put fathometer on the top just because it's easier to see from across the room. Turn it into feet. And hopefully we're in deep water. Please, please, please. 8,000 feet of water, deep enough. Deep enough, baby. Yeah, we're going to start with deep water testing because that's the primary difference I have with the devs. The devs and I disagree on one thing. And since they make the game, they're probably right. So I'm trying to get my position to where they're at. That's kind of what I'm trying to do here. They say things are one way. Whenever I play the game, I don't see what they see. So I'm trying to get there. But the default position is the people who make the game know what the game is doing. my God. Okay. So, yeah, it's the same environment. So 12,000 yards, the shadow zone is essentially 0, 500 feet maybe, to 12,000 yards, no contacts. Crazy environment, but I love it. I've seen this environment before IRL. It's terrifying, but it's definitely a real environment. Mom's calling. Mom, I told you never to call me here. I'm at 400 feet. Demon. Now, don't call your mom a demon. That's not nice. Let's go and track this bad boy. All right, so we got 7 kilohertz. This is important. This is our first bit of data. Mark the time. The very first thing we're putting in the Jive Turkey Recognition Guide is 7 kilohertz. It's 7 kilohertz, a 3 PRF. PRF is associated with radars, but I guess it would apply to sonars as well. I've just never heard it. That's pulse repetition, what, frequency? I'm not sure what the F means. Bearing 2, this is for 274. So there's a contact to the west. That's a different frequency. No, it's not. It's the same. All right, 86 decibels. Wow, that's pretty loud. So whatever warship is west of our position has 7 kilohertz. That's going right in the book. Oh, wait, get back. Let's go back to broadband. All right, so we are above the layer now. Yep. So when we get above the layer, we have contact, strong, direct path only, no bottom bounce. So we're in that sound channel. So if we run the environmental ray trace again, but at our new depth, now that we're shallow, oh, and let's run it in the direction of the threat. Let's do that. Kind of like over here. So you see this, this is how we have contact. This is how we have the active, and we have broadband. It's all of his sound, and our sound too, is trapped in this surface duct. So that's working. That's great. That's where the devs are. That's what they say works. They're right. I agree with them. All right, we're going the wrong direction, so let's fix that shit. Once we start turning, I'm going to go ahead and slow down here. Let's get some good momentum going. Once we pass 180, we're basically flipping around. We're doing a 180 practically. At 5 knots, that would take like half an hour. It'd be a long time. We don't want that. Nobody wants that. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and slow down to 1/3. And once speed is below 10 knots, and it is, we'll go ahead and raise the HDR mast and the ESM mast, both those. Okay. I'm going to be super duper careful not to right click while I'm on this console, because that does bad things to the periscope. I love that you guys figured that out. So one of our viewers figured that out. All right, let's see here. There he is. Oh, I see him. There he is, yeah. Now, normally I'd never leave the scope out of the water even this long. All right, he's extremely broadside, so that's one of those Liu Yang. But I want to know specifically what, is it the 52 Bravo? Like which version of the Liu Yang is this one? Okay, 7,000 yards away. Everything checked so far as propagation path goes. Now, our mission is to get as close as possible without hitting him and record his frequencies. That's what we're going to do. Are there any other AIS contacts? Let's go ahead and put the auto crew on ESM. We'll see it. AIS says. Should get a couple of contacts out here. There we go. Track that bad brother. And then I'll track that one too. So many streams today. Is it your birthday? It is your birthday, Tanya. Happy birthday. You're constantly looking for a young Aaron? What? Okay. Yikes. Well, unfortunately, my time for being called young has passed. So we have an ESM contact that's not on AIS. AIS are the red diamonds. This green is ESM, I believe. It's what it appears to be. I haven't read the ESM portion of the book. I don't know if it's even written yet. Oh, there are parts in the ESM in the book, so that's not fair. I haven't made it that far yet. But I'm pretty sure the red diamonds are exact ECM locations. Oh, maybe it's the green. Because there's 4 contacts. Now, are these all different? Hold on. These might be... Yeah, it's doing that thing again. There's only 2. It's A1 and A2. Knucklehead over here. I don't want to call him a Knucklehead yet. He might be doing this intentionally. Why do we have 6 tracks for 2 AIs? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Ooh, hello. Okay. So he cleaned it up. I went off the screen, back to it. This is what I expect to see. A1, his data. A2, his data. This is what I expect, and this is what I see. I'm very happy. His course is north-ish. 4 knots. Okay. This is all good. So let's come here to the electronic chart. And kind of want to plot my plan here. Oh my God, the lag. I clicked the button when I was over own ship. It placed the button right there. That is some lag. Holy crap. Let's try that again, video game. Yeah, we're going to come to 330, so we're going to be just north of that line. So these guys, everybody's in the shadow zone, so no bottom bounces expected or detected. All right, now we're going to lower all mast and antennas. We are going to come down to, we'll say 300 feet. Make your depth 3 feet. Yeah. We're going to come to a head 2/3. Let's go ahead and finish getting our displays set up. I wanted to get driving the right direction before I did all this other stuff. Okay. All right, so we're coming down and we're speeding up, and that makes Daddy happy. I'm a happy boy. All right, everything's good. I think I already did this one. I did. Yeah. All right, let's check our weapons. It's peacetime. Don't expect to employ any weapons today. All 4 tubes are loaded with Mark 48s. That's fine. We can fool around with fire control too today, but let's put the fire controlman on watch and the sonarman too. And I'm going to get used to managing the crew with the crew and auto crew. And the way that I'm going to manage this is whenever I want to adjust a fire control solution on a contact, because I feel as if I have a better solution, I'll just tell him to exempt that one contact. I'll go manage it so he doesn't update it, but he'll still manage everything else. Yeah. All right, so as we go below the layer, all of our contacts, we have 2 merchant ships and 1 warship. Everybody's in the shadow zone. That's what I see here on my display, shadow zone. This, at these ranges specifically, has nothing to do with the layer. This is completely different. All right, so I've got this one in integrated time, a medium time update. This one's in real time. Down here is the WA. Yep. All right, so we're at peace with the Chinese. I don't expect any weapons deployment from them either. None of that nonsense. But we'll bring up situational awareness. Yeah. We are going to look at Demon today too. I'm going to take what the developers told us about Demon, and we're gonna figure out how Demon works in this game. So I'm trashing everything I know about Demon. Clean slate, tabula rasa, start anew, and figure it out. Okay. What's our depth now? Excellent. Let's come on up to a head. We don't have any arrays out. Let's just double check. Everybody's reeled in, right? All right, buckle up, boys and girls. Head full. Let's make sure it's still 8,000 feet of water, right? Let's double check that. It's always a good idea to check the fathometer before you order a depth change, just saying. But yeah, we got 14,000 feet of water. We are fine. Everything is fine. Let's go ahead and pull in those. Let's lock the bow planes and retract them. With these high speeds, I don't want them out. I am going to, I'm going to keep the stern planes not locked, but unlocked. Yeah. I might reverse that. We might later on, whenever we get to ship control testing, I might start locking the stern planes and just try to control the depth with the bow planes. But that may not work either, because obviously that's if you're on a depth you know you're going to stay at, and just use the bow planes to try and stay at it. Yeah. All right. Speed. Head flank. Flanky flank. All right. We are going to haul butt. We are moving. We are sailors on the move. Yeah. We are strong, independent sailors. Now I wonder, so the length of the white line represents speed. That's pretty apparent, I think. I'm just curious how long this white line is. Okay, let's try that again. So 5 nautical miles at a flank bell. I'm trying to figure out what is the relationship between 5.5 nautical miles, which is 10,500 yards, 11,000 yards. Yeah, it's 11,000 yards. What is the relationship of 11,000 yards and 33 knots? There's a 3-to-1 ratio there. I'm not sure what the end goal of that is, but okay. It won't take us long to get up there. We're racing up there in a hurry. You always miss the start, Whiskey River. Yeah, this is not scheduled or planned. I wanted to do this while the devs meeting that we just had and streamed a few hours ago was fresh in my head and not, obscured by multiple glasses of wine we're going to have tonight. So we're going to figure this out. I'm trying to get on the same page as the devs. The devs who built the game know exactly how the game works. And I'm trying to trying to understand it. Two things that I'm stuck on is propagation, sound propagation, and demon. And we might have demon figured out. I kind of think we do. But I don't want to get too excited until I see it work. You know. No, Sumpkin, the AI doesn't fight back. We are at peace. This is a peacetime patrol. What's this? Oh yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, the cursor on this mode, I definitely don't take advantage of that. Yeah, if you hover the cursor over a position, it gives you a lot more data than it used to. That's 4,800 yards away, 2.3 nautical miles. Where's the ETA at? That'd be interesting. The ETA says 4. Does that mean 4 minutes? It probably does, because we're hauling ass. We are moving. Moving and shaking. Yeah, I'm glad they added more information to the cursor. Yep. All right, now we have contact. That's unexpected because we're fast, and that means we're very close to them. What's their bearing? Yeah, that means range is very close. 2,000 yards, yeah. Oh, let me show you why I'm saying that. Do you see where the ray trace goes straight down? Right here? That's where we are now. We're basically so close that we've come out of the shadow zone, but on the near side, close to the target. And it's a very dangerous place to be. That's why we're 400 feet deep. Can't hit anybody because we're so deep. So deep. Yeah. So something that I hope gets addressed is you see how the screen kind of splashes over? It doesn't fit inside the circle evenly. I don't know. I don't like that. Just aesthetics, things like that. So we're basically underneath a merchant. Very, very silly place to be. Look at the bearing rate. Man, that's terrifying. That's so close. All right. Let's come to 150. Once we get a good up angle, I'm going to go ahead and slow down. I just want to get some momentum going up first. There we go. Head full. And we're controlling the boat right now completely with the stern planes. It's standard. Kind of slowing down as we come up. Coming up to 300 feet. All right. Let's go ahead 2/3. Let's see what our sonar looks like. Yeah, beautiful. We already went past them. Awesome. Are they 90 degrees past? They are. One is just barely. Okay. So here's I want you to come right. Course north. 1, 2, 3. So we're coming to 150 feet. We're going to match course with the merchants and the warship, and we're going to let them go past our towed arrays, and we're going to record everything. So we might have good demon on that. Let's see. Let's turn demon on. Let's raise the input. Oh, get on the bearing. Huh, okay. Make sure we're on the right array. We're on the lab, okay. Like all these lines, I expect them to be over here on this side. I don't know why they're up here now. Huh. All right, this is kind of we're in close quarters, so I'm going to keep an eye on the broadband display here. This merchant is super duper close. He's going to come right up our port side big time. Are we steady on course yet? Let's go and unlock those bow planes. We're going to extend them. Going to unlock them. Let's go ahead and come up to 5 feet and slow down to 5 knots, and we should be right next to a merchant. Like, it's going to be uncomfortably close. Yeah, I'm not comfortable in this situation at all. Not at all. So much so I'm not going to raise the SMS because we might lose it. We might lose the mast. That merchant might take it from us, make it his own. Sierra 1's our closest contact. Sierra 2 is a close second. Probably don't need to zoom in. He's going to be very big on the display. Very big. He's going to come right up our port side, like with less than 1,000 yards away. Less than that. That's not what I... Okay, that's better. Okay. I was like, his bearing rate's going the wrong direction. If his bearing rate goes to the left, we go emergency deep. We dive, because that means he's going to hit us. Am I in the wrong mode? What's going on here? All right, we're at 9 feet. We should come above the water any second now. We want to make sure his bearing rate is going, to the west and then to the north. Because if it starts going anything else, we're going to get a merchant up our rear end. Hello? We're at 80 feet. The mast is fully raised. We're on course north 5 knots. What the hell? Okay, I was just getting nervous, that's all. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Very concerned with this guy. There he is. Okay. Good. We have an angle on the bow, and it's not 0. So that means we're fine. His actual range is 750 yards. Perfect. I estimated inside 1,000. So I'll take credit for that one. This guy's 800 yards away. Okay, awesome. And this is who we're going to drag tape on. Yeah, this guy right here. How you doing, Mr. Man? That's who we want to know. Did he turn around? I don't think he's moved. Is he dead in the water? He kind of acts like he's dead in the water. And his radar's not rotating either. That's that Chinese version of flat plate that the Russians gave him. And then they made better, so it's not the same. I can't tell if he's moving or not. Let's see what his range says. Is there any change in range? Yeah, he's dead in the water. All right. Let's come to course. Where are we looking? 190. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, yeah. Let's go all the way up to here. Heading 190. Let's lower all mast and antennas. Make sure they're all the way down. Head 2/3. All right, we're going to go run tape on that warship. That's what we're going to do. I really don't like this visual glitch, but yeah. Oh my God, you madman. Why'd you turn to the left? Shit. Oh my God, we're going to hit these guys. Son of a gun. Hold on. Hey, emergency deep, you chuckle nucks. We're family friendly here. I'm trying not to cuss, but I'm about to smack the hell out of this guy right here. Give me that pole. Me and that pole are going to have words. You, sir, hey, this is the Cobb's son. Listen, just because the Cobb's your dad doesn't mean you get to drive the boat stupidly, okay? Those contacts that were right off our port side, well, we turned to port. We turned to the left, right in front of them. Oh, my God. So I'm trying to go under them right now because we're going to hit them if we don't. This ought to be interesting to watch on sonar. Yeah, we're going to split the two. We're gonna go right through them like a football through the uprights. Yeah. Good Lord, if I ever walked into control and I saw this on the sonar screen, I'd just walk right back out again. I'd just leave. I'd be like, well, time to join the Air Force. Guess this ride's over. Oh my God. And the only reason why we're splitting these two contacts is we were doing 5 knots. Now we're up to 10. But it still takes a long time to turn this pig around. Oh my God, this is hilarious. If you ever see traces this loud with this much bearing rate going left and right, unless you're doing some wild ass firing point procedures, things are not going well. And I don't see no battle stations being manned up. Good Lord, we're splitting these two. We're driving the submarine like we stole it. Oh my God, good times. Right between the two. We got one guy on the left going left, one guy on the right going right. Hey, they're not going to hit us. That's a good move. Yeah, even if we were on the surface, we'd be going between the two. Yeah, this is a Block 4, yeah. Block 4 has the cool overlays. I like Block 4 a lot. So, like if the rudder or the bow indication wasn't all jacked up. Let's see if I can reset that. Let's try changing orientation. Ah, that fixed it. Yes. Aha. Fuck. Let's go back to, let's go. We're turning to the south. So you have kind of like the sonar, you know, broadband overlay on the trace. So you don't just have the dots. We should have a really good fire control solution, by the way. Let's see what fire control's got. Because to be fair, during a turn, the data's not good. But man, this leg right here, that's a good stack of dots right there, I'm sure. I'm not going to change anything. I'm just curious what his stack looks like. His stack now looks good. This was not good, but this was... You can't equate this to this, because this is what's happening now. So, might as well just ignore all that. Yeah, we drove right between those two. That's some good driving right there. That's what that is. That's just good driving. All right, it's safe to come back shallow again, you chuckleheads. Let's come to five feet, motherfucker. Coming up. We're at 220 feet, coming to 5 feet. Insert. Yeah, insert this is fine meme. Yeah. Yeah. I would be clearing my history so fast. I'd be dumping the buffer in sonar, being like, sorry, we got to rebuild the buffer. We have no time history. Because that will stay on the screen for about 90 minutes on the longest time integration, maybe even longer, actually. And that's just embarrassing. Unless you meant to do it, which I didn't helm. But apparently he meant to do it. He thinks he can get away with things. Because his dad's the cob. How you doing in here? You okay? You have no idea how close to dying we almost came. Your buddy on the helm? You gotta talk to him, man. Oh, sorry. Woman. I didn't see the bonnet. She wears that champagne plug hair. All right, so we're not too interested in the merchants. Once we steady up again, we should deploy towed arrays. We are going to need let's deploy both. What are we doing? 10 knots, right? And we're coming up. Let's come head 1/3. Let's deploy the thin line first. All right, let's go ahead and get on the scope. This guy should be right off our bow. If I did my math right, it'll be right in front of us. That's his radar. Okay, that's fine. I'll get the radar data in just a second. All right, let's come to course 180. Let's check our towed arrays. Let's get that other one extended. Let's go to sonar real quick. We're 6,000 yards away from a warship, and we have no broadband data, so he's, in my opinion, not moving. He's just... It'll be interesting to see what kind of engines he's running, or, well, he should have like a hotel generator running just to provide electrical power for the ship itself. But we're going to be able to get really close to this guy. All right. So we've already got sonar data from him. Let's get the ESM data from him. Oh, yeah, well, his radars aren't rotating. They may not be radiating. That's possible. Da possible. We can hear the radar hitting the ESM. That's what that sound is. So we should have data right here. Well, the radars could be the navigation radars from the merchants. That's probably what it is. Oh. Yep. Okay. So that guy's dead in the water, not moving his screws, and not rotating and radiating from any radar or sensor. That's a shame. That would be a good chance for us to get him. So the sonar gained him off our bow at a range of what? 5,000 yards? Yep. So we're getting sonar contact at this range for a dead in the water warship. We'll say 6,000 yards. And I'm not even mad about that, because that's probably what it is. That's probably accurate. These guys are not noisy. They're not as quiet as submarines, but they're also not noisy. And whenever they're moving their screws, they sound very clean. And I know that doesn't mean anything to you, but it will whenever we start listening to a lot of different contacts. I'll say that's dirty, and then this is clean, and you'll have a comparison. But that radar on top should be rotating if it was operating. I'm still not 100% what kind of ship that is. I know it's one of the 502s, right? Is what I think. But let me let's bring down the old recognition guide here. Off to the side, I guess. I want to keep him on the screen as I look. Is it that one? It could be this one. Do you guys see that? All right, 504. I was saying 502. Let's take a look at the 502 and see what the differences are. This is the 502 right here. Yeah. All right. All right, so that one's got a boxy back end. This one, it's boxy and then it ramps. You see that little slant right there? This one kind of steps down. Yeah, so I think that this one is the 504. Type O, Jesus Christ, dyslexia. Type 054. But now, is it Alpha? Is it, what, Bravo? It's not that one. It's definitely not this one. Because it goes down. It has at least one step, maybe two, before it steps back up. I'm looking at the profile of the ship. It looks a lot like this one to me. All right, so I think we're dealing with that. Initial classification, type 054 alpha. I'm not going to hang my hat on it, but that's what I'm thinking. Oh, shit. Well, let's try getting in the game. Okay. What's going on? Why isn't he on the plot? Where my contact at? Does he not have a Sierra number? Hold on. Okay, let's start with sonar, because maybe sonar's not doing their job. Yeah, I see Sierra 7 right there. What's deal with Sierra 7? TB29. Oh, it's in our forward end fire. That's why it's not going to fire control. Good job. Good job. Good job. Because if it was going to fire control, the bearings would be all over the place. All right, we're 5,000 yards away. Snapping photos like a madman. This would be a lot easier if he was moving forward. I suppose we can take that ESM mast down. If he's not going to radiate anything, there we go. Okay, I clicked it, and so we got TB. Let's go with fat line, thin line. Yeah, there's not a lot on him, is there? So we'll get a dead in the water reading on him, and then we'll do another mission where hopefully he's actually moving, and then we'll get him as he's driving by us, because that's what we want to see. We want to see his machinery, his propeller noise. We're not going to get any of that, it looks like, today on this scenario. Dash, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that. He's a ghost ship, yeah. It doesn't shoot back. The AI reacts to weapons. Like it tries to shoot down the weapons and stuff like that. It will also do evasive maneuvers, but this guy's not maneuvering at all. So he's not being very evasive. So I think what we're going to do, we are going to go into time compression. Let me get on a stable static. I'm going to go ahead and mark 5,500 yards. I'm going to have to guess, I suppose. Oh my God. Give me. Right about here, maybe? That's about right. That's approximately where he's at, a little bit to the left of that line. Yeah. It's right about here. Yep. Okay. So let's go ahead and go into time compression here. I'm pretty confident we can run it 4 times. No. Oh, wow. It kicked me out of 4 times in a hurry. Oh, no. Yeah, 2 times. Yeah. Oh, that's probably because we have the mast up looking at him, and so it's rendering the 3D model. That could be why that kicked me out. Okay. Hey, Dash. Oh, you were in the Army. Yeah, that's like armed camping. is what the Army is, yeah. one of the nice things about being in the Navy is that on ship, you have the galley right there. You have a bunk. It's not always your own bunk, but it's a bunk. You always have a head that you don't have to pump and burn crap when you're done. You do have to pump it overboard so the fish can eat it, but there's no burn barrels. Trash gets saved until you return to port, at least for submarines. I don't know about surface ships, but for us, if you make trash, like in the trash bag, you cram it into these cans. Oh yeah, we do shoot the cans overboard on long missions, but we try not to even do that. If we can save the trash because we have a port call in, say, a couple days, we'll just hold on to it. It stinks. It's not fun. But my point is we don't make a lot of trash. We go out of our way to get rid of any kind of packaging, whether it's cardboard or usually cardboard. Anything that comes in a container, you get rid of the container if you can. Yeah. The big things that you end up throwing away and compacting are those number 10 cans that they use for cooking, because obviously the number 10 cans holds the food. So eggs come in egg crate flats. What is that, 10 by 10, like 100 eggs or something? No, it's probably not that many. It's a pretty big crate flat, though. Yeah, it's mostly food waste. I'd say about 50-50. Half food waste, half just trash. All right, we're coming down here. Yeah, shooting trash after watch is not fun, but you got to do it. Oh, if you're on a long mission or something. If you don't have a port call for like 4 weeks, you're shooting trash. Ooh, I forgot I was in time compression. We can't walk around, so we just might as well stay here. Let's see. Leon says, is the football soccer World Cup anything that's on my mind? I don't follow that. The only sports that I really follow is Formula One. I really enjoy pretty much everything about that sport I enjoy. I like the technical side from the engineering point of view. I like the race day strategy and how wildly wrong Ferrari gets it every single weekend, which is hilarious. And to me, I find it funny. And then I also like the drivers. The personalities are insane. I don't know a normal F1 driver. And I even like some of them. They seem nice. Like Valtteri Bottas might be the nicest guy on the track. He's also the slowest, though, by a lot. It's like, wow. Every race, he's like 2 laps down by the end, you know. He's back there. He's racing with that Aston Martin driver whose dad owns the team. Oh, my God. I forgot his name. Yeah. Alonso's teammate. Yeah, that's his name. Alonso's teammate. Yeah, Valtteri signed on with Cadillac to help them develop and get feedback from the tracks. His job isn't to win races, not that he could anyway in that car, but they need to understand Cadillac is learning how to just travel the logistics train of Formula One. Because getting all that equipment to different racetracks, some of it's pre-positioned on the bigger teams, but I don't know if they're doing that yet, you know. But yeah, to answer your question, no, I don't follow football, soccer. I do watch a little bit of the NFL football here when it's football season for us, American football. But even that I'm not that into, just because all the commercials. Like even when there's not a commercial playing, there's a commercial on the screen, like in the corner. It's ridiculous. I would like to see the football game, please. But yeah, it's so distracting. Yeah, Lance Stroll. Thank you. Boy, I was blanking on his name hard. All right, we're getting pretty close to this dude. Let's come off this. Take another look at him. All right, we have a much better profile of him now. So he's got a single rail launcher on the bow. Got the flat plate radar up there. And the round, with the crisscross applesauce anti-ship missile launchers. This is almost for sure what I'm looking at here. God, I wish I could like somehow have both these on the screen at the same time, but I just can't. It won't fit. Okay. But yeah, that's exactly what this guy looks like. So at least now I know who I'm talking about. Let's, yeah, he's not moving at all. Like there's no bow wake, nothing. So this is why we're building our own recognition guides, because while this has good data, it doesn't have the data we need as a submarine. What we need to know is what are his radar frequencies. This type 382, that flat plate I'm telling you about, what frequency and PRF does it have? It should be right there under sensors, and it's not. So, and for the sonar, we know the sonar now is 7 kilohertz with a 3 PRF. Next time we hear that, maybe it's this. There will be other ships that have that same sonar, by the way. Probably the other type 504, honestly. I don't know that, but we'll find out as we get more and more contacts. But we're building up our own Jive Turkey recognition guide, and I'm going to get it all into a PDF. This one actually has a gram, which is nice. Okay, so if we go to narrowband, I should see a 100 hertz, a 170. That's really dominant. If he's dead in the water, maybe not. Yeah. So, oh, I did it again. Son of a gun. Son of a gun. What's his range now? 2,000 yards. All right, so this is, let's unzoom. He's 1 mile away. Just to give you a reference, this is what he looks like, not zoomed in. You know, so if you were to see this ship at 1 mile away, that's kind of how big he would look. How many divisions high power is that? Well, let's get to high power first. Oh my God. He doesn't even fit on the scale. Huh. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 divisions. He's like 4.5. Almost 5? I'll say 4.5. So 4.5 divisions high power equals 2,000 yards. That's his masthead height as far as I'm concerned. All right, so we're going to drag the towed array right by him so we can see if we get any kind of tonals. But he may literally not have anything running, honestly, which would be a real shame. Let's see what sonar looks like. I mean, yeah, we're 2,000 yards away and we got nothing. We'll probably have something on towed array, but I want to get even closer. And then we're going to come to the right and pass right behind him. I want to get close enough to just not hit him. Okay. Let's go keep an eye on him. Our course is 180 precisely, right? So our course is right here. So already we're going to pass behind him. If we don't change, we're going to go right there. So he'll come out of our forward end fire. And we should have good data on him. God, his bearing rate might be pretty high. Yeah, that's the problem with that, is the bearing rate will be too high to get anything. So we do need to come right pretty much now. Say 200. That's the error that I got for trying to do time compression. That's expected, so that's fine. All right, so we're going to start coming right, and we're going to drive by him at about 1,500 yards. So far we know his division's high power range, and we can factor that out. I got to figure out what each division is. Each division's about 400 yards. Or is that the other way around? No, I went the wrong way on that. Yeah. Yeah, it would have to be 4,000, 6,000, 8,000, 10,000. So one division high power would be about 10,000 yards. Yeah. What we'll do is we'll do more measurements so I have more data points on that. Okay. Yeah, 1,200 yards. We're a little bit closer than I intended, but that's because we're doing 5 knots and trying to swing this boat around. Okay, I think we finally have him on the towed array. There he is. He's blending in with own ship quite well. So let's go to narrowband. See if we can get any kind of update. So let's talk about narrowband. We're in 5 gram. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your cursor is always this middle gram. So this is your cursor gram, cursor direction. Looking left, cursor direction, looking right. Oof. This is going to be tough. So, oh, duh. Huh. Let's go TB29. TB29 is going to be unstable, so we'll try this one instead. So we're looking bearing 176. That's pretty close to where he is right now. And it'd be interesting to see if he's running anything, honestly. Because he's dead in the water, this may be a fool's errand. Why is it still looking... What the hell? Do I have... What? Something's not right. I've got something not selected properly. Why is the towed array going all the way up to 3,600 hertz? That's not right. It doesn't even go that high. What the fuck? I'm really interested. I'm only interested in like 0 to 900. This is the only thing I care about. I don't care about any of this other stuff. Oh, what do I have something not selected? I've got the towed array down here. My cursor's on this display. I feel as if I'm looking at the wrong thing. Oh, there it is. Yeah, right there, right there, right there. Okay, this is much better. Wow, I did have something not selected. Holy cow. Woo. All right, so according to the recognition manual, 100 hertz and 170. Well, it doesn't even go down that far. Let me increase the gain a little bit. I'm trying to populate this area down here. TB29 maybe? TB29 is all wiggle waggle. It's not stable. Wiggle waggle's the technical term for that. Whoa, man, if we can't get to 100 hertz with the TB29, then I have something not set up right. We should be able to look down to like 10 hertz. Yeah, totally is not stable. I can raise the input some more. See if that gives me more data down here where I want it. I'm washing out the higher end. I don't like that, but there is a tonal at 3. Would that be 350? Yeah, all right, so that tonal doesn't even match what's in the recognition guide. So that could be from somebody else. Maybe one of those merchants behind us, which wouldn't make any sense. They're behind us. Oh, let's go back to the scope and just get an idea of where he's at. Yeah, we're broadside. We're literally dragging the towed array down his port side. We're port to port passage here. Range of what, 1,000 yards? 600 yards. Whoa. Okay, this is the range. This is the view that the torpedo by default wants to turn on its active sonar. You better be damn confident that you have a good range on your solution if you think you can get this close without turning on or enabling the weapon. Yeah. This is why I always dial back that range to at least twice this distance, which is still pretty close. Yeah, 600 yards right here, mark CPA. Okay, now we're opening from him. The whole reason why I'm doing this is I want to see what kind of narrowband tonals he has, but he may not be running a single pump. He may be a hull floating in the water because his anchor's not even out. I don't know how he's maintaining position. Oh, that's not the right button. That's own ship. What is this? That's because towed array is unstable. Okay, that's all that is. I was really hoping... we got CR8 on him now. Bearing 163. Let me turn down the gain a little bit. Oh, now we got data down there. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure what this is. Okay. Yeah. All right. That's exactly what I'm looking for, folks, right there. So he is running something. Beautiful. That's what we wanted. Let's get the pen and paper out and make some notes. Let's write this stuff down. That, my friend, is 60. What's the, yeah. That looks a hell of a lot like own ship. Look at this 100. I'm getting a freaking suntan from this thing. Oh, that's 120. That is own ship. That's us. What are we doing bearing 160? We should be bearing 200. We're 40 degrees off our own course, off our own bearing. Let's let it go down the total. If this is own ship, this should disappear pretty damn quick. Unless he's got a 60 hertz generator. There's the 100 I was looking for. Oh my God. I'm going to turn gain down to 0. Own ship is burning through on this guy. His new bearing is 157. Oh, no, new bearing. It just updated. 147. These are definitely his tonals. Okay. There we go. That's the one I was looking for. It's 120, isn't it? What the hell's he doing with a 120? Why's he got a 120? Wave ops. I'm going to write a strongly worded email. What the fuck? Why's he got a 120? He's got a 160. Oh. A 180, which is the third harmonic of 60. Math. Eighth harmonic. He's got more 60 hertz harmonic than an American boat has. Uh-oh. Where'd he go? What happened? I'm going to adjust the bearing a little bit. Where'd he go? Where's my contact? Wow. So he's at about 900 yards. We lost sonar contact because he's not moving. He's not running anything. I honestly think these frequencies are not useful. Those are American frequencies, not Chinese. But I can't really apply real world tonals to this game because it's a game and we know it's not the same. All right. Well, that was not good. Does that say 056? True, it does. Well, what bearing? Hold on, what bearing was I looking at? The fuck, he's over here? All right, let's take a look at this. This might be him. What the hell's CR8 tracking then? What do we got here? What's this frequency? Okay, 120, 140, 160, 180, 240. Same tonals. That looks like one of the... I thought that was one of the merchants. Yeah. I suppose we should write these down too for the merchant. This is what? 260, 280, 420, 440. Those are doublets. So he's got two engines. Those almost look like turbines. Is his bearing right now 031? Let's go take a look. Is he bearing 031? Not exactly. 031 is over here. Oh my lord, these bearings are terrible. All right, I don't know who's over there. I don't see nobody. Okay. Oh, let's go back to sonar. I don't know who that is. It's so far behind us, I don't trust the... Oh, that's the bottom bounce? But that'd be closing. That's what it is. It is the bottom bounce. Who's closing us? Somebody's closing us. What the fuck? Hold on a second. Somebody... Dude, I would be looking for a submarine right now. Who the hell is that? Let me tell you what you're looking at. You guys see this right here? This zero bearing rate is somebody in our aft end fire. It's not baffles, but similar in that we can't trust the bearing. That's why the tracker's on that one and not this one. This line coming out of our end fire, coming up the array, is his bottom bounce. Whenever the bottom bounce reaches the center of any towed array, doesn't matter which one it is, and he's in our after end fire, that's when he's running over the top of the towed array, coming right up our rear end. That's what that looks like. Holy smokes, that's scary as hell. All right, let's do weapon drills. Let's come left to put a weapon on him just for drills and spills and practice. We're gonna come to 090. I'm gonna shoot 2 Mark 48s and hit them with both. Let's go ahead and while we're coming to 090, let's make sure we're changing course now. Good. Let's go ahead and prep two tubes, 1 and 2. Let's go to, there should be a Sierra 8. Huh. Yeah. Like that's him right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take over control of Sierra 8 and dial in the visual, what do you call it? Whatchamacallit? That, whatever this thing is called. Solution. Where's he at? Oh, he's on the other side. All right. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We shouldn't have to zoom. The fuck? Hold on a second. We're turning. I will see him. This guy should be very large. Oh my God. Did I go past him? I might have went past him. We're in the middle of a turn, so it's... Oh, there's Sierra 7. Where's Sierra 7 at? We shouldn't have anybody off of our bow. This is odd. Who the hell's down here? That's got to be a new contact, because I don't recognize that. I haven't had anybody south of this warship until now. Oh. These damn clouds keep tricking me. Okay. Unbelievable. There he is, finally. Good Lord. So he bears 036 at what, 2,500 yards maybe? 2,100 yards. How many divisions high power is that? All right, he is one. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 1, 2, 3, that's 4. Four divisions high power is 2,100 yards. That checks with what we had before, so I'm not going to write it down again. Bearing 035. Let me mark a... mark that. And we're going to make this a visual contact. Right there. Let's go to the fire control. We'll dial this in for Sierra 8. Let me ask the fire controlman to please don't update Sierra 8 anymore. Uh-oh. That's not what I want to do. I want to go here. Yeah. Team A Solutions, secure Sierra 8. Boom. Secure. Okay. Got it. Okay, he acknowledged he's not going to update Sierra 8 anymore. That's all me. And then I'm going to take Sierra 8. And his bearing was 035. His range, enter that. His range is 20, we'll say 200 yards now, because it's been a minute. His course is north. And his speed is 0. That doesn't stack at all, which makes no sense, but whenever you have a 0 speed contact, I don't know, you need bearing rate to get this to stack up right. Anyway, yeah, because he's 0 speed, that kind of negates the cursor, doesn't it? Anywho, let's apply that. Let's apply CR8 to the weapons. Flood the tube. Flood the tube. So I applied CR8 to both tube 1 and tube 2. Transit speed is going to be low to high. I'm going to say high to high. Update presets on tube 1 and on tube 2. High to high. Are we steady on course yet? No, we're 10 degrees from ordered course. So, can you explain the sonar a bit? If you ask me, all you see is Timu matrix without context. Okay. Timu matrix is funny. Yeah, let me get these weapons in the water and I'll explain. I don't have really good sonar contact at the moment. Everybody's in aft end fire behind us in the baffles. So it's not a good time to explain it, but we'll get another mission loaded and I'll be happy to explain it. I'm trying to get steady on course. It's just good practice to not launch while you're in a turn. You can do it if you have to, but not recommended. Last thing you want to do is a hang fire on your torpedo tube. Holy smokes. That would be a disaster. Yeah, you don't want that. Nobody wants that. I'm going to have to get an updated range on him. Ugh, I went the wrong way. Oh, wow. Those are our two warships. Or, I mean, two merchant ships. I'm surprised I could still see them. There we go. Yeah, 3,200 yards. So what we did by coming to the east is we came into a closing line of sight again, and we drove through CPA a second time. Not that that matters at all in this case, but it's just that's what happened. And his range is not much different than I have in the solution, so I'm going to let AdCap figure it out. Okay, we're steady on course. Let's go back to the tubes. Oh my God, tubes. Door is open. Let's arm it. Why can't we arm it? Okay. Well, let's go. Let's apply solution again. Apply solution, update presets. Now, it says door is opened. Ooh, what am I doing wrong? This is why we practice. Right here, right now. Let me go and update his range, 2,200 yards. Sierra 8. Let's apply that to the tubes again. Sierra 8. Tube 1. Tube 2. If the door is open, it's definitely flooded. Oh, wow. I should be able to arm the weapon now. It says door opened, right? This door open, Mark 48, flooded, door open. Let's try shutting the door. Okay. I'm not sure. I don't know. I just work here, man. That was kind of weird, wasn't it? All right, let's pause the narrowband update. Actually, no. Show me this. Show me the weapon. I want to see the weapon on narrowband. There it is. There it is. That's the weapon. These are very important to write down. 60 and 40. Oh, that's his blade rate right there. What's that? 22. Yeah. Okay, that's a good one. 22 hertz. And then we had 40 and 60. Oh, look at the 22 right there. Fuck yeah. That's his blade rate. That torpedo is hauling ass. Holy shit. He's so fast. All right, cool. That's a really good, the 22 is the key on that one. You see 22 hertz, you might be shooting yourself or somebody else is shooting you with your own weapon. Mark 48. All right, and we'll watch the explosions. I'm here for explosions. What's his bearing? 035 or something like that? Oof. There he is. There he is. Well, hello there, Mr. Man. I'll say hello to my little friends in a minute. Oh, I think we already hit him. Well, that was fast. Yeah, sonar, when are you going to tell me about the explosion on the bearing of CR8? Well, we hit him amidship with one weapon. They both might have hit already. He wasn't very far away. He's rolling over to starboard. All right, so good weapon employment practice. Not sure what the hiccup there was at the very end, where it wouldn't let me assign the solution to the weapon. Or no, it was the door. The door, I had two open indications and the door was shut. Yeah, so that was kind of odd. Very odd. Okay. Good stuff. Let's turn this one in. No. Exit mission. Yeah. And it was a Type 52. All right, so the game is saying that was a Type 52. This is important. After all that, I had the solution wrong. Yep. It's because this photo, I don't see this zigzag down that I see in the silhouette. But you're right, that's too much of a straight line right there. So let's look at the 52, which is this one. It was 52 Bravo, right? Yeah, 52 Bravo specifically. We don't have any data, so it's a good thing we wrote it down. I have a lot of own ship tonals is what I have, so I don't know about this. So it says it was this one. What visually, oh, it does have the step, 1 step, 2 step, and the athwart ship's weapons. Okay, so the triggers I was using to classify it were also on the Liu Yang one. All right, so let me just update that. It's type 052 Bravo. I'm so glad we looked at this so I didn't go out into the real world with wrong information. Okay, so I've got a good set of data. This is AdCap. Let me make sure all right, we're going to start building our own recognition guide. And that's step 1 right there. Now let's do the same thing again, but let's hopefully get contacts that are actually moving. And I will explain sonar as well. We'll explain narrowband. We'll explain the whole kit and caboodle. Let's do 1 versus 1. That way we know he's moving. Deep water. No traffic. Daytime. Great weather. Enemy distance. Oh, we haven't done the bottom bounce test yet. All right, let's do medium. Vertical position, we're going to be deep. Let's try this. And let's hope to high heaven that we do have, because he's outside, hopefully 12,000 yards, some kind of bottom bounce. If I have bottom bounce, we have him by the short and curlies. That's what we want. It might have been a UI bug. And listen, I don't even want to say the word bug because I'm still learning the game. So I'm not going to start blaming the game for mistakes that I make. But that was kind of weird that it said door open and the door had not opened yet on both tubes. So yeah, kind of weird. Okay, here we go. Let's just immediately deploy these towed arrays because I'm hoping that we will have contact at our depth of 13 feet. Just checking the war crime counter. That's all that we were doing there, folks. All right, according to depth gauge, we're on the surface. I'm pretty sure I said deep. There he is. Found you. Excuse me. All right, so what is he? Oh, is he a Type 55? He might be a big boy. All right, so we have VLS right there. Bow gun, VLS, point defense, big mast. Where's my recognition? Did I close it? I probably closed it. Some bitch. Oh, well. He had better be moving. Is he not moving? This isn't going to work if they don't move. All right, let's loose dive the boat. Rig for dive. Lower all mast antennas. Well, except that mast. Let's go ahead and open up. Shut the head valve. Get back on the scope. All right, venting forward. Venting aft. Warship shooting at us. Good God. Fucking so dumb. I think he is moving. I think he's speeding up, which is good. We want to fight. I'm going to go mark his bearing and make him a visual contact that I will reference later. Oh, fuck. Hit the button. All right, that's Victor 1. 9,100 yards. Update his bearing. Ideally, you want the bearing line to the mark to be on his mast. So when his mast crosses the vertical, like there, hit mark. That's when it's supposed to happen. Okay, we're rigged for dive. We're diving. Get out of here. Go away. Nobody invited you. Thank you. Go. Shoot. Get out of here. Nobody likes you. Go. Bye. Move. I can't dive the boat. Move out of my way. Thank you. Stupid. I'm not the sonar tech. Sorry, instinctually, I just got in the chair. That's just what I did right there. My brain is somewhere else right now, and I like it. Just setting my display is all I'm doing. That's all we're going to do. Damn, look at that. Sweet. That's so pretty. That's a pretty trace you got there. What was his angle on the bow? It was more than 90. It was like 120, right? Starboard 120. Huh. We'll see what Fire Control comes up with. I'll let him do his job. Yeah, he definitely was dead in the water, and then he started speeding up. Yay. We have target motion. Did I not deploy total rays? What the fuck? Oh, I deployed thin line. That's right. Sonar, you want to put a tracker on this guy? Oh, you did. Sorry, Sonar. My bad. Okay, so this is the sphere. This is the bigger bow array. Own ship is in the middle. So my crosshairs, we're looking forward. Everything on the left is left-hand side, right-hand side. This contact is off our bow port quarter by about 30 degrees right now. So that's what I'm looking at right here. That big broadband trace, that's just him making noise. He's clearly making underway. We're going to get some frequencies this time. And he looked like a type, I don't know, he looked like a big boy, like a type 55. But we'll know what he is at the end. I'm not going to worry about what he is. Does he have any active sonar? He hasn't transmitted active yet. Okay. I wish he would. That'd be nice. I just want to get more data on him. So same thing with the WA, wide aperture array. If you have something in the WA, he's probably pretty close. The nice thing about the WA is the WA will estimate his range. 7,500 yards is not bad. Like the laser was right around 9,000, but this is a passive range. So WA ranges that are less than, I'll say 9,000. Less than 9, you can hang your hat on. You can shoot a weapon on it for sure. And look how it's getting closer, and it's updating every couple seconds. That's good. So we have really good WA track. What are we doing? We're coming up 10 knots too. That's good. This towed array down here, we're looking at the thin line. The fat line's not deployed yet. Let's go deploy the fat line. I don't want to come up any faster than 10 knots because we're going to rip the thin line. The thin line is so fragile in this video game. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Let's go to sonar. I'm getting better with the F1 keys. All right, so what we really want to do is we got to look at narrowband. I got my yellow tracker on him. Okay. And we're really looking down here in the lower frequencies on TB29. Lower frequencies, TB29. We should have some data here. Got a little bit of waterfall. Yeah, there we go. And because he's making way, we should actually have frequencies. This won't be like the other one. So what we're looking at here, I said I would explain this. I'm sorry. I was trying to analyze it. So each one of these grams that are waterfalling, 1, 2, 3, right? Each one of these is essentially a channel, a hydrophone. It might be more than one hydrophone, so don't get hung up on the number of hydrophones. But it's a direction the array is looking. But it's waterfalling, so it has to have some verticality. So over here on the right-hand side is your bearing. The center gram of 3 and 5 is the bearing your cursor's on specifically. So he's already off this bearing. I'm going to readjust. Now he's right. His bearing is actually 201 according to my cursor. So you're looking 201 left, 201 right. Down that bearing. Man, I got nothing. This guy is flipping quiet. That's amazing. Oh, there it is. What is this? Okay, write these down quick. 268, 295, 540. Oh, Why didn't they stay? Those might not be real. So that's what this gram is. Why isn't this gram updating? This gram should be updating too. We're in 5 gram. We're getting 4 out of 5. And that ain't bad for government. But taxpayers paid for this gram. Give me a gram. So this is a dead channel. This would be like if the towed array had a dead hydrophone. Oh my God, this is definitely him. Okay. 270. 296. Holy cow, that's an odd number. 270. 296. 534? $514? We'll say $515. Okay. A lot of transients. You see all the transients? I wonder what he's doing. He's doing something. Probably panicking. All right, let's stop the grant. Let's listen to him. I got the narrowband. I got all I need from that. I want to know what he sounds like. Best audio is going to be on the sphere. We'll see. Probably. Oh, yeah, I do. I hear it now. That took me a second to hear it. This is clean. When I say things are clean, this is clean. It's so clean I can barely hear it. Oh, baby. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, damn, girl. You come here much? Hmm? What you doing tonight? We'll go get some wine. You want to come? That's good. Oh, damn, that's good. Oh. We're going to record this. I might listen to this later on, you know, when I'm alone. A little alone time. Holy. Oh, that's enough of that. That's good stuff. Let's listen to Totore. That might be the 500 hertz, maybe. Should have a really strong 500 hertz here. Oh, there it is. That's what you can hear. Right there. Oh my God, baby. So good. There's the primary. That's the fundamental. Ah, it's 25 hertz. Okay. So that, I wonder if that, I don't know. Because I had that 22 hertz on the other bearing, that could have been from the contact, I don't know. But 25 hertz for sure is the fundamental. Then we got multiple harmonics of that. So whatever's divisible by 25 is related to this turbine line. That turbine is spinning 25 times a second. But because the turbine has a lot of blades on it, it's being reinforced at these frequencies. And if you divide the fundamental by the frequency, that's the number of blades on the turbine fan. 209. No. I was reading the bearing. 274. So that's 300. That's going to be an AC bus. This is electrical. This is mechanical. The fat one's mechanical. The fat one's related to the 25 hertz. That's a motor generator. Oh, no, it's not. Calm down. That might be a motor generator at 25 hertz. That's probably what that is. There wouldn't be a turbine line if it's a motor generator. Where'd my contact go? Baby, don't leave me. Okay. She gone. I don't know why. Let's try it again. Let's. Hello? Hello? Oh, she there. She loud as hell. Oh, she back. She back. She's just teasing us. That's all that was. She's just teasing us. That's all that was. A little tease. Baby, come back. Oh, man. Okay. She's in our forward end fire, so we got to do something. Let me go back to the scope just real quick. Yeah. There you are. Where you going, girl? Listen. Have you seen my submarine? I'll show you my sub. My torpedo. Okay, let's update. Victor 1 is up here now. So that is definitely a starboard 120. So what we're going to do, let's go. What's his bearing? 211. .330. Okay, let's come right to course north. Oh, fuck. You dumbass. That was my mistake. I didn't finish the dive procedure. Okay. Well, I hope y'all are getting a really good look at this one contact we have. Yeah. Don't act like you're awake. Can't fool me. Oh, yeah, finally. Mom's calling. Hi, Mom. What you got, girl? All right, so this big boy has 5 kilohertz. What's his PRF? 1. Oh, pulse length. That's what that means. I was trying to figure it out. It calls it PRF, which is not... The PRF is a radio term, a radar term. Oh, no, well, pulse width is right there. So never mind. They've got pulse length as another thing. Jesus Christ, how many zeros is on that? So that would be a 300 millisecond pulse. That's a 3-second pulse. That is a hell of a long pulse. What's his power level? Do we have a... Oh, okay. His signal level is 86 decibels. Listen, I've been in much worse situations than that. Let me tell you about Mr. Udaloy. 86 ain't nothing. Oh, wait. Oh, not this one. Oh, wait. No, we do want to be on this one. Okay. Let's get the scope back above the water. Wrong way, Corrigan. Yeah, he's over here. Okay, there he is. That's our boy. We open back out a little bit. Yep, so he's on a course like 330. Okay. And mark. Oh, somehow it made him a civilian. Let's redo that. Not a civilian. Okay. Down. Let's match his course, and let's take another look at narrowband on him. Narrowband. We're matching his speed right now. Let's match his course of 330. Enter. We're at a good depth. We're at a good speed. Whenever total ray stabilizes, we should have a really good narrowband picture, and then I can explain narrowband in even better detail. I had to get him out of my forward end fire just so we could see and hear him better. Oh, we haven't looked at the environment. I assume it's the same, but let's just check. Yeah, 72 feet. I don't know why they got CR3 going to the south. I'm going to let fire control figure it out, though. I know what he's doing. He's doing 330. He's at 7,100 yards, making about 10 knots right now. We'll see how long it takes fire control to figure that out. So whenever you do the ray trace, you always want to do it down the line of bearing of a contact, if you can. And if you can't, do it where you're going, the area you're going into. So we're going to do this down here and just calculate the ray trace all the way down to the bottom so I can see the bottom bounce. Oh my God. How many yards away is that? Ooh, 10,000 yards. So we have a pretty good surface duct. Let me change the scale again. Yeah, so there we are. There's our surface duct. We kind of have direct path out to about 2,000 yards. That's not bad. Below the layer, that's not bad at all. So if we went below the layer right now, we should maintain contact. No, he's at 7. I'm sorry. Never mind. We would not maintain contact. All right, so let me go back out to 20,000 feet. So, yeah, he's inside this silly dead zone. Okay. So if we dive, we're going to lose him. What we have to do, after I explain sonar and we get a good tonal map of him, which is kind of what we already have, but I'm going to verify it. We're going to go outside 12,000 yards just to see that I get his bottom bounce, because this is what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned that if we get that far away from him, this bottom bounce and all these little bottom bounces in between, I have never seen them come through the layer before, but maybe today will be the first time we see that. So once we get a really good sonar picture, if you will, profile, a sonic profile of him, we're going to turn back to the south, open out, greater than 12,000 yards, but less than 18. So this is 10. Oh, that's 11 right there. So about 10,000 to 20,000, somewhere in this range, which is not very far from where we are right now. We should regain him on all of our sensors. Like, this is pretty strong. And we'll see if that actually happens. And again, I'm doing this ray trace from periscope depth, a depth about 50 feet, which is about his keel depth roughly. He's a little bit shallower than that, probably closer to 30. But my point is, he's going to have this bottom bounce at these ranges on the surface. So we just want to remember, between 10 and 20K, we should have good contact, even below the layer. Okay. So where are we at here? He's on the edge of our baffles. Let's see if we can listen to him again. Sorry. You can hear him much better now. That's real easy to turn count. So he's doing about 110 on a 5, maybe 2 5s. Let's go to Demon and see what Demon says. I think his RPM is a 5-bladed screw. What did I say it was? 110. Let's see if I'm right. Whenever you use Demon, make sure you're using the sphere, the lab. So if he's doing 110, I should have a line right where my cursor's at. Let's see if we can get some kind of display to come up. This should not make a difference, but let's see if that does. Oh, it does make a difference. Oh, that's a huge difference. Okay, so apparently this volume input still affects the signal, even though the audio, we can't hear it. And I'm definitely on his bearing. We can see we got some noise. How much louder I got to make this? Let's try a slower update rate, see if that makes a difference. Oh wow, it just froze. That's not good. That's a real slow update rate. That's very slow. Holy crap. It's updating. It's just really slow. All right. Like, all this noise should fill in from the left to the right. I don't know why it's at the right to the left. That's odd. But again, I have to get you. This is how the game works. So let's just get. I have to unlearn some things, which is hard. Okay. Wow. What a bunch of junk. His RPM is somewhere around there. And obviously we don't have anything in that direction. Wow. Let's try the wah. I'm not sure if the wah has good demon. I honestly don't know. I'm not even joking. I've never tried the wah with demon ever. What the fuck? This is so weird. I should be getting a bunch of noise down here. I don't know. Let's just stop it. Let's go to a different bearing. Okay. So we got some random noise. This is not a contact of any kind. Let me just see if I can get the gram to update. Like, what do I got to do? How loud do I got to get? That's as loud as it goes. Wow. Whenever I max out both input, we get a line at 89 hertz. Okay. That's crazy. All right. Now let's put the cursor back on the target. Now we've got energy right there. That's the energy I want to see on the LoFar gram. Well, demon. It's not technically LoFar. It waterfalls though. That energy is that's the blade rate we want. It's right there. Give me that. Oh Jesus, what have I done? Yeah, that's it. Let's take that to 0. That's a good signal. How are we not seeing that? Oh my word. Look how it's peaking. Okay. Let's go to the wah, or I'm sorry, the lab. Okay. Just max it out. Okay. Give it a little bit of volume. We're right on the contact. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Well, we had something for a second down there, but there's no data. This is garbage. This is nothing. I don't know. Demon right now doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't recognize. I know what that is. That's what I want that. But it doesn't turn into a gram. Oh, that's such a shame. Okay, here we go. So right on the edge of our baffles, let's reset. Narrowband's not updating, right? Yeah, it's okay, good. Let's take another listen just to make sure we have the same audio. That high-pitched ring, that's like steam ring. That's the steam from his gas turbine resonating with the pipes inside the ship under the water line. That's transmitting through the water, and we're hearing that. You hear steam ring like that from a submarine? He's right on top of you. Like, you better watch out. Don't change course or speed. You might hit the guy. Yeah. But that's coming from a warship that we know is 7,000 yards away, probably more like 9. Now, let's go back on the scope and verify range, because it's been a few minutes. And I think we might be diverging a little bit based on how good my solution is. There he is. All right, I think he's at 9. Let's see what he actually is. 12. Yeah, so he's going a little bit faster than I think he is. He's probably closer to 15 knots. Fire control should have a really good picture of him right now. What is our narrowband picture like? Let's go back to that, because I want to verify these tonals. I've got, well, the 25 hertz is really strong. And then we had the 515, 534. Those were the turbines, the gas turbines that are spinning up. Let's go to sonar. We want to go to narrowband. He's right there. Let's update the grams. We're in 5 gram. We're overdriving it a little bit. Let's put that down a little bit. God, look at that. So good. That's that 25. Bearing 220. That's his bearing. Now, this is the Fat Line Tactical Array. If I can track on this array, I'll bring the thin line in. You usually have the thin line out when you need it, like, because nothing else will track the target. So what we're looking at here, just to explain this, this is one beam of the array looking in the direction 220, which is down the line of bearing of our surface contact. Look at this line. And each one of these lines are frequencies. So he has literally dozens of pumps, generators, things that move things around. It doesn't have to be a pump, it could be a fan, just to circulate air. And all of those spin at a rotation per second called a hertz. 1 hertz, 2 hertz, 540 hertz. That's a turbine line. This is mechanical. Look at how fat that is and how kind of it's ugly. It's so nasty. You a dirty girl, and I like that about you. And that's the harmonic of this one. So this is the primary. It's 273. And this is the second harmonic. It's being reinforced on the second harmonic because there's 2 of them. He's running 2 gas turbine engines to generate propulsion primarily, but also it's spinning, I'm sure, some kind of turbine generator. There's probably multiple loads on these gas turbines. And why don't I keep it? That's so sad. Don't go away. Don't go away, girl. She's right there. Come on. Come on back to me, baby. Come on back to me. Lord Jesus, we need to bless the sonar system. It's got problems. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good right there. All right, so we know we got so we got 2. I'm going to say 270 and 540. Those are the TGs. Well, no, those are the main engines. Definitely not TGs. Those are the gas turbines. That's what I meant. GTs. A turbine generator is completely different. He might have a turbine generator. I don't know. And he's got 2 of them. The second harmonic's reinforced. I really don't know why I don't have it now. We had it really good for just a second. If he had gone on to another bearing, that would have made sense. But he's still on the same bearing, basically. Oh, what's this? That's a good one. What's this? This is, that's the same one. It's the 540. But look at how weak it is now. Oh, Jesus. But we got 2 really good frequencies for this contact. It might be a Type 55. It's big, whatever it is. It's a big-ass boat with VLS. Okay. All right, let's secure narrowband. I've got the frequencies that I want. Let's verify propagation path. We have solid tactical array. We even have good towed array down here. Let me just check the narrowband on TB29 because we haven't done that yet. Update it. Okay. So each one of those fans and motors, anything that spins, has a hertz. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for those things that spin. Like that gas turbine not only spins, but it's creating a lot of energy, right? To push the ship through the water, right? Turn the shaft. So a lot of that energy gets leaked into the water and becomes a sonar signal, essentially, once it gets into the medium. Sonar is mechanical energy passing through a medium is what it is. That's how it's different than radar. And that's most evident in the frequency range that we look at. All right, TB29 is actually not useful. It's kind of bass-backwards, but I got to learn how the game works, and that's what I got to reprogram my brain from what I know is real and what this game does. So we're gonna retrieve the 29, retract, and now we're gonna open up. There's no sense in waiting. Let's go ahead and go below the layer. Let's get one last range on him. And if he's outside, or if he's inside 10,000 yards, which he should be. Laser. Oh, he's at 14. Oh, you dummy. Why? Get back up there. Okay. Mark. 15,000 yards. Victor 1. Okay, down. Let me go to sonar. I'm about to prove a theory here. All right. 15,000 yards. Where's that? 15,000 yards is right about here where my cursor's at. Do you see how much bottom bounce is hitting my cursor right now? I'm going to come down to, let's change the depth scale and recalculate. I'm going to get in between these bottom bounce right here. So this is exactly 11. So 12, 13, 14, 15. He's right about here. And it actually gets pretty strong right around 20. So I'm going to dive down below the layer. And if we have bottom bounce, we will still have a broadband signal on TB34 right there. It won't be as strong. It should go down a little bit. My argument is I expect it to go away completely, like someone turned off the contact. I hope I'm wrong. I want to be wrong on this one. But this is why I'm streaming this right now. This is what I'm arguing with the devs about. And man, that's a strong signal. And if it goes away, then there's a problem with the game. But that hasn't happened yet. So let's Okay, let's make our depth like 800 feet. Super duper deep below the layer. No, we're nowhere near the layer. We're not going to change speed or nothing, which is 10 knots. We're tracking this guy solidly at 10 knots. And I'm going to watch it happen. Let's just watch it. We reeled this guy in. That's what that is. Okay. So this fat guy right here, this is the signal that I hope stays on our screen as we go down to 800 feet. Let's see what happens. So we went through the layer. That was that little gap right there. We did lose wah completely. Not surprised. Wah's high frequency. High frequency will get cut off by a thermal layer, the layer, before low frequency. So this is high frequency. This is medium frequency on the lab. That got cut off by the layer. And unfortunately, low frequency, which is both our towed arrays, is also cut off. So even low frequency is not penetrating this weak ass layer. It's so weak that I can understand losing the wah, especially at 14,000 yards. I'm surprised we have wah information at 14,000 yards. That's because we had that gas turbine so loud, really high pitch. Wah loves high pitch, high frequency. So that's why we had that. But look at how the contact disappears. It should not do that. On the towed array especially, should not do that. I'm going to run ray trace again. Once we're at 800 feet. We're at 330 right now. So on the surface, he's 15,000 yards away, right about where my cursor's at. We should be seeing these bottom bounces. And we're not. We're not seeing shit. The thermal layer's name is Gandalf, and thou shalt not pass. Is he still on narrowband? I didn't have him on narrowband at periscope depth. But let's check. I should have had him really strong above the layer, and I didn't. That was really weird. Okay, let's maybe turn the gain up a little bit. There we go. Well, hello there. Yeah, we do. We definitely got a hit of him. That's the 270 and the 540. Right there. That's definitely from him, for sure. That's exactly the two frequencies that are his loudest. But I wonder if that's only when I adjust. Let's go back. Okay. This will go away. Now let's adjust. And it comes back. And then it fades away. So why is it doing that? That doesn't make any sense. It's getting averaged out is what it appears to be happening. Oh, he's back again. He's back. Please stay. Okay, that's definitely him. We're definitely getting bottom bounce on narrowband for sure. What's this frequency? I'm going to add this to the... This is working. This is 300 hertz? Yeah, 300 hertz. So he has the 300 hertz electrical. Notice how thin the electrical signal is compared to the mechanical ones. The mechanical ones are sloppy and fat. Like a girl at a banquet. God, that makes me happy. But I don't understand why I can't maintain track unless I adjust gain again. Okay, and then I'm going to bring gain back up. And he might come back. Let's see if he comes back. All right, we're down to 800 feet. I don't have any good narrowband at this moment. Let's take a look at broadband real quick. Let's stop this update before we leave it. Okay. Let's go back to broadband. absolutely nothing. Let's go and let's run ray trace again down his line of bearing, which was what? Sonar. He bears last bearing 2222. Oh no. That's not my bearing. Oh, right here. Yeah. 2213 220. Yeah, we'll say 220. All right. So let's run ray trace bearing 220 down to all the way down to the bottom. I want to see bottom bounce. Kind of like down this way. So notice how this is from us. We're below the layer. So there's no surface channel anymore, right? That's why we don't have direct path. But we should definitely have bottom bounce. And so what I'm going to zoom in on the depth. Yeah. So you see how there's no sound channel anymore? We do have like a surface reflection, which is kind of odd, but that goes out to about 7,000 yards. It's not bad. And then we regain contact somewhere around 10. He's sitting somewhere around 15 right now. You know, we're kind of in this zone here. That is interesting. Let's let range open up out a little bit, and maybe we'll get really strong contact again in this zone. All right, let's try slowing down. Let's slow down to 5 knots and see what happens. This will let him open out ahead of us. He'll move forward on the towed array. Yes, as he opens range. And what I'm kind of hoping happens is we start seeing him transition between these bottom bounces. You know, we gain and fade without adjusting the gain, right? We leave the gain alone, and he comes and goes as he goes in between these bottom bounces. All right, let's start the update. Let's put the cursor on the bearing. We're in 5 gram. We're right on his bearing. That's a real good background. This is very well balanced. So I don't want to mess with it. I'm going to leave that and see if we get any contact. And we'll see what you guys are saying. Would depth below the layer make a difference? Yes. Yes, it does. Are they shooting back now? No. It's peacetime. There's no shooting happening. Like a girl at a banquet. Yeah, that's my quote of the day. Yeah. So, but we got some good data on her. We got the sonar, 5 kilohertz. I'm not even going to bother with the visual because I really suck at that. Yeah. Oh, did I lower masted antennas? Oh, crap. I probably didn't. Oh, thank you. The pilot backed me up and he lowered them for me when I came to 800 feet. Thank you, pilot. Okay. Yeah, I won't be reporting you to your dad after all. Oh, no, it's not. Did they have a watch turnover? Our black man's now a white woman with tits. Well, that's redundant. Okay, a white woman. Anyway, thanks for lowering the HDR mast for me. HDR, the freaking photonics mast. Maybe I'm gonna go to 2 times. I don't want to stress my computer. I don't want to give it any. Oh shit, that's not good. Okay, back to real time. Apparently, you can't have grams in time compression. Oh boy. Okay, back to real time. Yeah, even slowing down, we didn't get him. And if he is coming and going, kind of gaining and fading between bottom bounces, which would be an extreme example, real life isn't quite like that. We should have something by now, and we don't. So I thought maybe, just to give the benefit of the doubt, is that he's transitioning from bottom bounce to bottom bounce. But at the rate that he's opening from us, it should be happening pretty much faster than it is actually happening. We don't appear to be getting any kind of regain at all. So I would say that I would ask the developers to take another look at the propagation path. The problem is, according to the meeting we all had today that we all listened to, they're very proud of the propagation model. When they show it off to other people, potential customers like the U.S. Navy, the U.S. Navy's impressed with it, and they have academics, professors, who are saying that it's working properly. How do I maintain contact below the layer? I don't know. Let's do another scenario with lots of merchants. Lots of merchants. I want to track somebody, anybody below the layer. That's what I want to do. On a total array, it doesn't even matter. I don't care what array it is. Oops. Oh, I'm sorry. Broadband. Yep. Now this guy's a warship, 15,000 yards. I understand not having broadband. What kind of ship was he? Was he a Type 55? Was I way off on that? I'm kind of guessing. It was a bad angle to really tell. He definitely had VLS. We saw the flat deck. Type 55. Yes. Okay. Type 55 has 5 kilohertz sonar. It's a 3-second pulse. The PRF is 1. And I actually classified it right for a change. He has he has a good, solid 300 hertz electrical tonal, so it's skinny. And then he's got brutal, made in China, Timu gas turbines that are ugly at 270 and 540. We also had an intermittent 25 hertz. And the 25 hertz, I've seen motor generators run at that. So I wonder if that was a motor generator. It doesn't matter what it was. He has a 25 hertz, but it's inconsistent. So don't hang your hat on that. Plus, every ship in China, in Asia, is going to have 25 hertz. So that really doesn't help us at all. That doesn't help us at all. But we got 2 ships down. We got the Type 52 Bravo dialed in. You know what I didn't do? I didn't do the measurements in high power. I'll get that next time. All right, let's load another scenario. I'm going to do another one. Are you guys good for another one? You guys got time? Okay. Yeah. Let's do a big one with lots of contacts. Lots of. Okay, so this one's going to be, oh, well, that's new. We can do cruise strike now. I don't remember this one before. When it says cruise strike, I assume they mean cruise missile strike. But let's do convoy hunt with a large convoy. Oh, is that a submarine? Vertical positions deep. Note, look at that. Not on the surface, it's deep. Distance enemy is going to, oh, that's an airplane. We might have airplanes. That would be great. Okay, it's going to be deep water, because we're testing the layer and bottom bounce. Civilian traffic's going to be heavy. I want lots and lots of. It's going to be dawn. It's going to be good weather. Medium. Distance to the enemy. We are deep. Not even shallow. Like, we're maybe 300 feet. Maybe we're 800 feet. Convoy is large. Okay. And we're going to be a block 4, baby. Block 4. Okay, yeah, it's block 4. Let's do it. All right, let me Oh, I agree. Yeah, Dangerous Waters did do a better job of modeling layers. Dangerous Waters was a complete game. So there's still time to fix this. My concern is they need to know that it's not 100%, and they're kind of acting like it is. That's the impression I got anyway. They're being told that it is. What am I doing? Good Lord, Aaron. Focus, buddy. Thank you. All right, so new page, new day. And we are at 300 feet this time. That's nice. So we have 2 sonars. We have 7 kilohertz and 5 kilohertz. Both kind of from the same direction. Mm-hmm. About 010, we'll say. Kind of rounding there because there's 2 different ones, but very close to each other. Let's go and turn off that alarm. That's where the alarm turn off button is, everybody. Right there. And everybody wants that. Let's do a ray trace up to 090. Same layer as last time, by the way. Yep. Okay, good. Temperature's pretty vertical. Oh my God. Okay, so the temperature, that's ISO. There is, well, technically a layer, but it's a layer in theory only. I mean, you go from ISO to negative. Yeah, which that isn't even a layer. Yeah. You have to have a significant change of sound speed to have a layer. I can't zoom in anymore, but that's pretty damn vertical. Okay. Actually, he's more like this. Yeah. Actually, that's right on him. Good. Let's go all the way down to the bottom and trace that out. So what's interesting is we have what I presume is Hall-mounted active above a non-existent layer, a very weak layer. The blue line indicates that there is a layer there. It's just barely there. But we are seeing they're active, which has to be bottom bounce. We should be seeing, I don't know if you see the active on wah. Yeah, I don't think you do. Okay. All right. I was hoping I'd get a trace of active pings, but I mean, the frequency's in this band. 7 kilohertz is, so's 5. No. Yeah. No. Yeah, it is. I should see it on the lab. Well, maybe not. Oh, it might get cut off. No. You definitely, I should see both of them on the lab. What the fuck? I should see both of these actives. How do we have active here? How do I have 2 actives here that fall in the frequency range of both of these arrays and I don't see it? Okay, that's not right. Okay, that's like literally not right. That's not even a nitpick. That's just wrong. Okay. That it took me a month to think of that, so don't even. Yeah. That's kind of a big one. Yeah, that's big actually. As soon as they get the bug report program, figured out, I'm going to submit that one. That's kind of huge. That really confirms everything. They're not taking frequency into account when they think about the layer. I said that this morning, and that really solidifies that. I really wish I could look at the code. I don't understand computer code, but I know the formula for sound propagation, passive sonar equation, and the active sonar equation. If I could just look at what they're using, which are probably those frequencies, or I mean formulas, variables. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting really distracted with that one. That's huge. All right, we're going 200. The active's kind of behind us. What's the bring of that active again? Let me see that active again. Yeah. Oh, shit. Let's turn around. Huh. That's not good. That's not good at all. Yeah. Oh, sure. All right. Head 2/3. Come course north. Because it's a video game, I'm going to go ahead and deploy towed array. Fat line. Our best search depth is as deep as possible, so I'm going to come down to 900 feet. Not that it matters at the moment, but I'm going to go ahead and man ESM. If we come shallow, I don't have to come back over here and man it. So, excuse me. You can't man radio, yeah. So really all we can do is watch broadband. The active is basically to the north. We were headed southwest. So I'm turning to the north to close the bearing of the active at 10 knots. And I've got my cursor right on where the active is right there. So we got the lab array, we got the wall. We're putting TB23 out. Let's go and take a look at it. I'm sorry, TB34. This is zone chip. So that's not a big deal. This is a great place to for me to read chat. So let me catch up here. Selvik, by the way, thank you very much for modding even more. Selvik is about to go to work for the next 3 months. And so we won't see him again for a while. He leaves on Friday, he said. So, man, we're going to miss you, buddy. I'm going to miss you, especially as a moderator. But also, we'll see you when you get back. I look forward to all the stories you have to tell. It's 2 months, 2 months. Yeah, we don't want to make it any longer than it actually is. Yeah, you did. Was that you, NT? Thank you. Yes, yes, you did tell me that in Discord. You sure did. Yeah, that's the thing is I certainly would not sit here without knowing anything about the program and the people they're working with, which I know is also the U.S. Navy. I'm not going to sit here from my little, studio in Michigan, not having done this in 20 plus years, and say they're wrong. But holy smokes, does it look weird. In terms of the layer depth, just freaking Gandalfing every sound that comes close to it. We should put that on a t-shirt. I want Gandalf with a set of headphones and his little staff up there in the air screaming, "Thou shalt not pass," with like a sound wave that can't get by him. Because that's what layers are doing right now. And I'm really trying to find a way to find a contact through the layer via bottom bounce. And when we ran the ray trace, the bottom bounce begins at that's 30, 20, 10. Yeah, so it's right around 10,000 yards. We should see solid contact. These guys might be inside 10. I don't know. We don't have a good range yet because we don't have any fucking sonar data. But we do have, you know what we have is we do have these bearings. Are the bearings changing at all? Not really. So they are far away. I don't know how far. Oh, there's 3 actives now. Wait a minute. That's a third one. Is there 2 at 7 kilohertz? Is that what's going on there? I don't know. There's at least 2. Let's go with how long ago was this one? Let's track that one. All right, so this is bearing 020, so they are coming south. Whoever's up to the north is heading this way. 5 kilohertz PRF of 1. Does that match what we saw the first time? No? Oh, it does. That's type 55. All right, so we got type 55 up there based on its active sonar. We will see if there's anything else that pings at that frequency. I suppose we should turn photometer on. That's a good idea. All right, so they bear 02, right about there. Let's see if we can hear anything on that bearing. Yeah, no, I don't hear anything. And we're at 900 feet. Let me do this. Let's run ray trace again. Bearing about 020. All right. So we're way down here where my cursor's at. That's our current depth, is right there. Right about here. That's pretty good. Like, you want to be as far on the left-hand part of this graph as possible without going to crush depth. So we should be hearing a lot of things. And we're not. We're hearing just a bunch of nonsense. All right, the towed arrays are stable. Let's slow down. Let's do a really good towed array search. I intentionally did not point the target so that the target is not directly in the forward end fire of the towed array. And the reason why I have 4 grams up here is this gram is looking forward a little bit up and all the way around. And then this one's looking, forward a little bit down around. And then this a little bit farther down, and this one's looking even farther down. These are depressions and elevations of the sonargram. That's why there's 4 windows there. That's something I didn't cover in my basic broadband tutorial, and it was an oversight on my part. I completely just didn't cover it. That's why I'm taking my time with the narrowband. Whenever I do this, I'm going to make sure I cover everything. Let's get the towed array out there. There we go. So let's take a look at own ship. We should have really good solid own ship tonals here. 60 hertz maybe. What's our frequency? It's 280. Really strong 540. No. Please don't be own ship. No. Was that 270 and 540 from us the whole time? No. Oh no. Okay. And there's that 25 hertz at the bottom. I see you down there. Oh no. Wow. I'm glad I clicked on that now. Yeah, the two gas turbines that I thought were printing from the Type 55 might have been from own ship, because that's us. Wow. Now, to be fair, this is close to the end fire, forward end fire, and because of the sloppiness of the bearing, some of the Type 55 that's up to the north might be bleeding into this. It still might be the Type 55, but that signal had better go down the towed array, that narrowband tonal, and not stay in the forward end fire as we drive by this convoy. And where's everybody else? Where's all the merchant ships? I think we have to go to periscope depth, raise that AIS antenna, the ESM, which has AIS on it, and just get all the AIS data from all the ships around us. Because if I were to look at sonar right now, I would see own ship, I guess. It's kind of ridiculous, but that's what it looks like it is. And nothing else. I'd be like, man, it's clean. The seas are empty today, Captain. That's what I'd be reporting. But I bet you when we get to periscope depth, we probably have 10 contacts up there, most of which are just civilian traffic. Probably 3 warships. So let's do that. We got 2/3 ahead. We're going to come straight up. This is ridiculously dangerous. Don't ever do this IRL, but it's a video game, so we're going to do it. We're just going to come straight up. And we're going to see what we got up there. ESM is manned. Everybody's manned. Yeah. The pilot's woman-manned. What kind of weapons we got? I'm just curious. 251 Mark 48s. Hell yeah. Let's go. I don't know where we're keeping them, but they got some kind of bag of holding down there in the torpedo room, apparently. Yeah, I agree there, Jay Bubblehead. The game is not doing bottom bounce. I completely agree with you, sir. That's kind of what we're proving today. Yeah, the 25 hertz for me is coming and going without doing anything, although it does appear on that last look we had to be coming from own ship. So I don't know why it's doing that. Oh yeah, I'm definitely a D&D nerd. Like, you have no idea. I've been playing since Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, yeah, which I guess would be like 1.5. Yeah. What's up, Sisyphus? We were doing propagation testing today and some Akin recording. I'm trying to get like a tonal map so we can build a recognition guide for the community on what different warships have what tonals. So whenever we see a tonal and an active, we can be like, Type 55 destroyer. You know, that's kind of what I'm working on today. We'll probably do some of this tomorrow. I really got to edit. We're not going to have any more cold water videos if I don't edit a couple together. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll play that one by ear. I need to get off I'm a one-man show here whenever it comes to this Jive Turkey Modern Warfare stuff. All our staff and team, they do the sub brief, right? That's what they do. I'm doing Modern Naval Warfare and Cold Waters. So which means I got to edit at some point. Okay. So I figured out why we get so much gray here. Every time we change depth, it puts a gray bar up here, which I'm not against that, but you can send bearings to fire control when you change depth. Yeah. So there's more gray here than is necessary. I do like that you can put the different arrays kind of as an overlay. Yeah, that is kind of cool. Man, I'm super impressed with all the different tools. Fire Control has. A lot of the tools are old school, like been around for years. Long, even before I was in the Navy, they had some of these tools. But like this overlay, that's new. I'd never seen that before. I've seen something similar to this before. Usually it was like 2, maybe 4. One for each torpedo tube. But yeah, so that's not that new. Of course, it being on a screen and clickable is new, but whatever. That's not a big deal. What do we have? We have Mark 48s loaded all the way around. Okay. We're passing 500 feet. We're coming up. Whenever we get close, I'll get on the scope. And we're going to raise the ESM mast. And we're going to figure out who's who in the zoo. And I bet you sonar, as soon as we get above the layer, lights up. Wow, we probably have a bajillion contacts. Somewhere off to the northeast, there should be a convoy escorted by at least 2 warships. I think I saw a 3rd sonar in there, so it could be 3. And then I'm expecting at least 4 merchant vessels. So 7 contacts. Yeah. And that's just for the convoy. There should be other contacts just out and about. That's what you tell your barber? That's funny. You just discovered a few weeks ago my channel. Totally fascinated by submarines and your knowledge. Thanks so much. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. Who is that? VR pilot? Yeah, thanks for finding me. Oh, we just had something right there. And it's in a depression elevation. Oh, it's in the forward end fire too. Is it own ship? Oh, it's off our bow. What's our depth? We're below the layer. And we had a contact of something. And it went away. But boy, we definitely had something right there, folks. Look at that. That's a really good sign. Now it's in the upper. We should turn? Oh my, we have a contact right off the bow. This is so dumb. Turn to 330. Oh my God. 330. Only come to 1150. Do not come to periscope depth. We have a potential contact right off our bow that we might hit if we come to... Holy cow. And we are below the layer. And we have good broadband contact. Hallelujah. Okay, this is working. This is good. It's not bottom bounce. Where's the layer? The layer's at 72 feet. We're still at 250 feet. This is beautiful. This is what I want to see. The layer is not affecting this broadband trace at all. Oh, it went away. Baby, come back. Oh my God, what is that? It was on the WA as well. That might have been a flyby. Doesn't have a lot of bearing rate, but it might have been a flyby. Now we're passing 200 feet, still below the layer. Look how strong that's coming in. This is the first time we've seen broadband contact of anything below the layer. But it's coming from direct path directly above us. This guy is close. This is why we came to the left. This guy is very close. Holy cow. It would have been funny to come at periscope depth and just hit this guy for the giggles, but I can't in good conscience do that. Yeah, we would be crapping our pants in sonar right now if we saw this begin while we were on our way to PD. Notice how he's only in the upper. He's like above our sonar sphere. That's what this upper gram is. And this one looks kind of out and down a little bit. And then these are just looking down. These two at the bottom right here are looking down. He's right above us. We're at 150 feet. Everything's right above us, but still, you know what I'm saying? He's close. That's a close contact. When we get to periscope depth, we are going to see him. Let's listen to him. Oh, yeah. Dude, that's got to be on Demon. Where'd he go? Oh, come on. Yeah. Demon. Right now, demon. Demon right now. Secure audio. This has got to be on demon. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Talk to me. Come on, baby. Give me that sweet signal, baby. Oh, baby, come back. Oh, where's my info? How is this not working? Look at that bearing rate. He's flying by us. He's even on the wall. I don't understand how we don't even have background noise. Like, we should have something in here. Wall range is 500 yards. High confidence. I agree with that wall range. This dude is on top of us. And I'm down with it. Whoa. Man, if we had come periscope depth, we probably would have hit that guy. Let's come periscope depth now and just see who he was, because we almost became one. I was kind of tempted to let it happen for the giggles, but you guys aren't here to see that nonsense. You guys are... Fuck, I was trying to close the window. Give me that. Just go away. Cancel. Thank you. 5 feet. Go. All right, we're coming up now. Once we get to 100 feet, we'll slow down. I want to get up quickly and see who that was, because he's right on top of us. It's hilarious. If it's a warship, we're kind of screwed. It might be. I don't know. It sounded pretty clean, but I don't have enough experience with this game yet to be like, that sounds like a warship, right? So we'll see what he actually is. That's going to come with time, you know. All right, there we go. That's 100 feet. Head 1/3. Raise HDR mast. ESM mast. Let's get back on the ESM. Or let's get back on the photonics mast. All right, so we have 2 contacts on sonar now. Let me go back to sonar real quick. That looks like a flyby, but if it's a contact that's 500 yards away, that's also what that was. But this, because that's on the WA, that's what people ask me, what does an airplane look like on broadband when we get flown over by the P3s off the coast of Jacksonville, Florida? It looks like that. This is an airplane. That's an airplane. How's my frame rate? Is it good? Oh my God, look at this. All right, those are the low bearing rate contacts not going very fast by. Is there somebody right on top of us here? My God, there's a big ball of fire in the sky. Oh, never mind. Not an airplane. We almost hit this guy coming to periscope depth. I'm so glad we didn't. That's that would have been not good. Yeah, my frame rate's like crap. I don't know why. Maybe the game is just like starting to take a dump. I'm down to 4 frames per second, folks, and I am sorry. We almost hit that dude. I'm sorry if this is unwatchable. I will figure it out. We're not in any kind of time compression. I'm just out of memory, I guess. No. We're using 41 gigabytes of memory right now, and I have 95. So we're halfway there, as the great prophet Bon Jovi once said. "6,000 yards, but he's dead in the water. These guys aren't moving." Well, Maybe they're moving. 1, 2, 3 divisions high power. Is that high power? 3 divisions high power, 6,000 yards for the LHDs, LHAs. What do they call these things? 3 divisions high power, 7,000 yards. Let me get the thing on them. 5,800. We'll say 6,000. I'm going to round. So 6K yards. If it's 3 divisions high power, I'm going to call this an LHD. It's got the dock on the back. It's what it is. It's got to be because there's so many contacts up here and it's running the ESM. This is so disappointing. Like the radar's not rotating. Man. And I know they don't shoot back yet, but I would expect them to operate their equipment and at least drive the boat. We've seen them drive before. I don't know why they're not driving today. Is that why we're not getting any demon? Is there shaft? Let's go to external. I'm going to go to the external view and look at their screw blades. This guy's clearly moving. Oh, he's got a wake. Oh, wow, my frame. Holy smokes. Oh. My poor computer's begging for mercy. He's like, Daddy, please no. Yeah, look at that. That is what? 60 RPM maybe? Maybe 50? Very slow. Okay. It is turning though. They're making like 4 knots. Yeah. Uh-oh. Why? Oh, we came through the layer. Okay, that's what that was. Wow, what a difference. That layer, yeah, like the gentleman said in chat, look how strong that layer is. As we come through it, the contacts just go bam. It's as if no energy exists below 7.2 feet. Oh, which is too bad. Actually, that's a lot of that's own ship too. I'm sorry. But like this contact here, one that's clearly not own ship. I feel like I've beat that point to death, so I'm going to stop. Ooh, who's that? Oh, that's the guy that ran us over. Huh. This right here will get a sonarman fired and an officer of the deck, to be fair. So don't do that. And by fired, I mean you got to go and re-qualify. Basically, go talk to the XO. Let them know that you still know the formulas. You just messed up. That's usually what that means. It's not a quick thing. They make it painful on purpose. Yeah. Just to drive the point home. This is a very quiet contact bearing. 307. Let's take a look at 307 just to see what he is. He might be just a very distant contact, possibly. In the briefing, there were airplanes, but I don't know if there's actually airplanes in the game yet. They had a submarine and they had an airplane. Yeah, this is that really faint contact off in the distance. So. Oh, warship. Okay. Really hard to tell what he is. How is it we don't have any sonar contacts on these bearings? Hold on a second. This doesn't make any sense. What the fuck? Oh, I hit the wrong button. Having a day. I just lowered the mask for no reason, so I believe that's telling me something. Let's shoot them. Oh my God. Well, what a mess this is. Let's shoot Victor 1. Now, I'm just curious if it will let me shoot on a Victor number. It should. Let's see if I can assign that to a torpedo tube. So let's make ready. Flood. Open the door. Door opening. Okay. Just want to see if it'll let me do it. No, it has to be a Sierra number. I cannot shoot a torpedo on a visual only contact, which, come on, bro. So I'm going to capture one of these other ones. Like Sierra 4 is not coming at us. I don't know what the hell Sierra 4 is, but it's not that. So I'm going to go to fire control and tell him to give me control of Sierra 4. And I'm going to use him as a temporary target, essentially. So I'm going to click secure Sierra 4. All right, Sierra 4 belongs to the captain now. Since I can't shoot a Victor number, which is ridiculous, I'm going to, in fire control, move Sierra 4 over top Victor 1. So let's look at, just go ahead and assign Sierra 4 there, but let's update that solution. So bearing 029, 6,800 yards, course north. 029, 6,800 yards, course north, 1, 2, 3. Speed 3 knots. Apply. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're like, why didn't you just merge it? Well, last time I merged a contact, it didn't shoot at anything. It did some weird, funky stuff. And this game hasn't had an update since that happened, so I don't trust the merge button yet. I've lost faith in that thing. Let's make the bearing 030. Okay. Let's make the range 6,100. There we go. Okay. That way the weapon will enable a little bit early. All right, let's send that to the weapon. CR4 to tube 2. CR4 to tube 1. I'm not going to change any of the presets. All right, let's shoot. Shoot tube 2. Shoot tube 1. Let's head over to sonar. Watch the weapons go out. And we just want them to merge on the bearing of, what did we say? 030, right? So basically this mess over here. Something over here is about to blow up. I hope it's the big boy. So what I'm hoping is the traces go past the first one and onto the second one and stay there. We don't want to see the torpedoes come way over here. What bearing is that? Actually, 030. Ooh. Oh. Maybe we don't have them on sonar because they're going so slow. Okay. All right, let's go back to the periscope. Let's put it back up. I had to take a break from the periscope because it was kind of... It was doing what I told it to do, and that wasn't the right thing. Let's... Yeah, 029. This is exactly where we told torpedo to go. So both torpedoes should hit this one. Can I watch it in the color camera? Yes. Can I zoom in anymore? Yes. Oh, that's good. Okay, let's go back to fire control and see where the torpedoes are. They should already be in their attack profile. They're still in transit. Target is still 4,000 yards away. Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's, since we got a few minutes before the torpedoes, let's update Victor 1. Oh, wow. Can I not update Victor 1? Why is this not Victor 1? I don't know. Well, let's mark the bearing anyway. It's calling it Victor 3 now. The bearing is 031 and it's 6,600 yards. Let's go back to fire control and just make sure that's close to what we have. It's close enough. Yeah. Like the real position is Victor 3. What I'm shooting on is Sierra 4. And see how they're kind of in line with each other compared to the torpedo? So the torpedo should see that no problem. I don't have to change anything. It is weird that I can't shoot on a Victor number. Well, we got Victor numbers here. Let me look at Victor 3. Okay, so that's a good... And then I click apply. So it's in the fire control system. This solution is. Now if I go to the weapon... there it is. Oh. Let's send one torpedo after Victor 3 and see how different it is from the other one. I just sent tube 2, which I believe is weapon 1, ironically. It's the first one I shot. On Victor 3. Let's see if it hits. I think what I did wrong, and this is why I don't like say it's a bug the first time something goes wrong, is I did not click apply to the Victor solution on when it was Victor 1. That's what I think I did wrong. I have to go back in the tape and watch it. But once you hit assign solution, once I applied the solution on the fire control, what's this called? Target motion analysis, I click this apply button right here. Shazam. That then added that contact to this list here. And that's why it wasn't there before. Oh. Now that's interesting why it's lagging. Oh, it's in attack mode. Oh, so the torpedo already has a contact that it sees that it believes is the one we're telling it to kill. Also, I want you to notice the weapon is not enabled yet, and the sonar is tracking a target. I like that. I'm surprised that's in the game. I like that a lot. So it's passively tracking a target as it's transiting to its enable point, which is a real thing. And I was never ever going to say that publicly, but it's in the game, so I'm going to say it. All right, we should see an explosion on this bearing. There's one. Boom! Amidships. That's going to kill... That cracked the keel right there. Let's look for a second one. We just broke that ship in half. All right, so the second one might have missed. Let's go back fire control and see what happened. Not sure what's going on with the second one. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he missed. Let's assign him to CR2. and give him a snake search. I don't know how he missed. That's really weird. We're going to hit one of those merchant ships up that direction. Let's see if that ship is sinking visually. It's a big boy. It's listing. Yeah. So listing to port. Let's go on the external and just take a look at it. Whoops. There we go. Hold on a second. Yeah, it's still searching. Okay. All right, so that's him. Yeah, definitely taking on water. Let's take a look at the damage below the water line. That was a perfect shot. That's right where you want to hit him. Oh, you can see the water, the air venting out of the compartments inside the ship. That's terrifying. Oh, God. No, I don't want to see that part. No. I want the baby, not the labor. Good Lord, that's disturbing. Sorry for the trauma I just gave everybody. So, wow, they must model the compartments inside the ship because the air was coming out of the ship as water was going in. Whew. That's traumatizing. I get something else to talk to my doctor about tomorrow. Yay. All right. I wonder if that torpedo's ever going to see a target. Let's go to the fire control. Oh, it's in attack mode. Yay. Let's watch the torpedo as a grand finale here for the evening. It's about to hit something. Here he is. He's tracking one of those merchants. Who's the lucky boy? Who's the lucky merchant here? Trying to zoom out so I can see above the water line. Ah, there he is, folks. Yeah, we're going to get him. We're going to get him. You just watched the older Nat Geo documentary on YouTube about the Virginia class. They showed some things like Helm. Okay, cool. Well, was that a Block 1 or a Block 2? Do you know what Block the Indiana is? Yeah, cue the Jaws music, right? Yeah. Yeah. We should put some like yellow barrels on the torpedo like it had in the movies. How many barrels was on that shark? It was like 2 or 3? It was a lot. Yeah. The game runs like something the government would pay for. Now keep in mind, yeah, we've been running this game for 3 straight hours and streaming. And this is not a bad computer, but you know, my frame rate, well, I'm back up to 27 frames per second. It's not bad. There's a lot of contacts in this scenario. And it's modeling the ray trace for every one of them every however many times a second. I don't know. I would guess at least once a second. And it's doing that 27 times because the frame rate's 27. If it does it once per frame rate, it probably doesn't do that. Yeah, it's probably linked to time. So this is the torpedo. Do you remember back a couple months ago, a U.S. Navy submarine sank an Iranian ship and the torpedo exploded on the stern? That's because it did this. And that's not protocol. Protocol's to shoot it from the other way. It still sank. It worked. Oh, boom. Ouch. That was my face. It blew up in my face. Oof. Which one was it? Was it that one? Oh, there's no burn marks on that one. How about this one? Nope. Whoever's got a burnt bottom is, oh, it might have been this one. Yeah, I think. Well, he doesn't have any damage. Ah, there's more than one. Oh, there he is. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God, that's so disturbing. I can't watch the air come out. No. Oh my God. That freaks me out, man. Being on a sinking ship is terrifying. That's wild. Yeah. I don't know why they chose Unity. I mean, they built the commercial game. Was it Unix or Linux? It was one of those other languages. It wasn't even like a game engine. It was like a real like program. But then for the game, they decided to use Unity. You have to ask them that question. I have no idea. Yeah, it looks a lot better now. My frame rate is now 39. So watching this view here, it's sinking pretty quick. That's why we're watching it. I am interested to see if it like breaks in half like the Titanic did, but the fact that air comes out is enough. We don't need any more realism than that. Oh, wait. Does Unity run on Linux? I did not know that. See, I don't know anything about computers. I don't know. I know how networks talk to each other. That was my profession. That was about it. Sharks don't play. Hey, Legal, how's it going? Being on a floating ship is terrifying. Yeah, Legal was, he was fishing. He was one of those Alaska crab fishing guys because he's insane. But he did that for a while. It's creepy that the ship righted itself as the water leveled inside. Oh, I missed that. Yeah. Now, my understanding is those boxes that have all the cargo are like bolted to each other. So they're like one big block. And I assume bolted to the ship too. Which is why they're not like just falling off. Oh, wow. Yeah, now it's bobbing around. Jesus. Oh, yeah. Stop messing with my head. Oh, my God. How close is the warships? The ship that we were shooting is the one behind us. We shot that one. And I'm not sure if that's the one we hit or not because there was two of them. But the bow's trying to come out of the water. I think it's breaking. I wonder if that bobbing is the keel, like, giving up. I don't know. They've got a Maersk. That's a real company. I wonder if they had to pay money for that. I'm not sure if Hansa is. That sounds familiar. Hansa. I'm not sure what that one is. I know Maersk is real though. That's a real company. It may not be their actual logo. I have no idea. Yeah. Death and Suffering. I know. Why are we watching Death and Suffering, right? Because it's the end of the stream, and I just I think we proved our point. The layers are much stronger than they should be. I think that's my judgment. Layers are much stronger than they should be, and I hope they take another look at the propagation, because bottom bounce works. The sound channel between the layer and the surface duct is what that's called, works perfectly. Great job, simulation. Where the simulation gets unrealistic, in my opinion, is cross layer. Anytime the sound goes through a layer, most of the time it doesn't, and it should. A little bit. Sometimes a lot. And on this scenario, we did have a little bit of broadband detection at 300 feet with a 72-foot layer. That was very weak. So, I mean, if we can't get consistent results, we can't say that it's a bug. There may be factors that are we don't see, but because we don't see them is why it appears to be a problem. I like how the sea is kind of foaming because of all the air coming out of the ship, but below the water. Yeah. Once it reaches critical or negative buoyancy, it's going to just go. Good engines. Oh, do you think it's still turning? I don't think the shafts are still turning. I think this is just like wind pushing the foam. I think that's what that's supposed to be, I think. Yeah. Look how it's rocking. That's got to be breaking the keel. And the ribs that are running alongside, yeah. Mass. Yeah. Oh, that's true. Inertia would keep it going forward for a while, long after the shaft stop. That's a very good point. These ships displace, tens of thousands of tons. They're so heavy, That's wild. I'm just waiting to see if it breaks in half. It may not. I don't know. I'd say the sinking's kind of realistic. It's not like too fast. It's not too slow. I can't zoom in anymore, by the way. I could go to drone, but I'm not a very good drone pilot. So I'm much better at doing this. Yeah, and we'll go below the water line, see if it breaks. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so all the water and all the air is coming out of the bottom. We blew the guts out of it. Oh, I hate the sun flare. They need to, get rid of the freaking flares. Okay. Oh, this blur effect, they are going to remove that. They said, or add an option to remove it in the options settings. But yeah, that's all the air being pushed out. Kind of cool. It's not going to break in half now because it's all flooded enough. I like how the flag is still flying. That's kind of cool. Yeah, we blew her back out. We sure did. Yeah, like a real ship like this would have compartments with watertight doors from stem to stern. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But flooding the engine room is significant. I think that's why it's bow high, is there's large pockets of air inside watertight compartments pretty much forward to this point right here. But it's not enough to save the ship. Yeah. Oh, and the air stopped. So the breached compartments are now flooded. That's cool. So that's modeled, apparently. Now it should be negatively buoyant at this point, I would think. It's hard to know, but I would expect it to sink at this point. It is. It's sinking. Okay. Cool. Yeah, good stuff, man. Yeah, it's pretty realistic, right? It's kind of disturbingly so. All right, boys, we're going to wrap it up right there. Thanks for doing 2 streams with me today. I really wanted to get into this propagation, calculation or whatever the game is doing. We still don't know. I just know that going forward, I expect every layer to be very strong, regardless of what it looks like. If the layer exists, it's the strongest layer in the Pacific. That's how I'm going to treat it, which is good for us for hiding. We're going to get down below that layer and sneak up on these targets and take them out. So tomorrow is going to be an editing day. I'll say that I don't plan on streaming tomorrow because of that. Editing takes a long time. And then we're definitely streaming on Friday because that is our 9th anniversary of Cold Waters. And that one game put this channel on the map on Twitch and on YouTube. It did both. And it confirmed that I didn't have to go back to work at the bank. So that I owe a lot to that game. And so we're going to celebrate its 9th anniversary on Friday for sure. I'll be streaming at noon. I might start early. I might have enough energy to start early. And we're gonna drive the Jive Turkey Disco sub in celebration of that. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll do the Russian campaign. We'll do some of the Chinese campaign. We're gonna just do it all. We'll do whatever the hell we want. That's gonna be one of those days. Okay. I look forward to seeing you guys then. Selvik, I know you're leaving on Friday, so if you don't see that, I will see you in 2 months. I wish you well, man. Please drive safe in your job, okay? I look forward to seeing you on Discord when you can log on. All right, guys. Have a great night. We'll see you on Friday, okay? Thanks for watching.